Good evening, me hearties. Welcome, welcome. It's Scottie McClue, and I thought I'd pop up just to say dinky-doo to every single one of you. Lovely to be with us. I hope you're well, and welcome to our Friday night live. Do tell 10, get the word out there, tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live just for you, saying dinky-doo. And we're on the TikTok, and of course, we like to stream on the YouTube as well. So there you go. Julie's just joined us. Lovely to have you with us, Julie. Alistair King says, hi, Alistair. How lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo to you, I say to you. So there we are, a top man, an absolute top man. And I don't know what you thought, Alistair, of Top Gear coming off the telly, but maybe it had done its stuff. You know, I liked Mr. Clarkson and the team on there. Hello, says Adam. Hello, dinky-doo. Lovely to have you with us. Thank you very much. Get the word out there and tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap as we go. Just a wee Friday night treat for you all. Adam says, hello. Hello to Adam. Absolutely. Lovely to see everybody coming and joining us. This is big, Ian Mac. This is big. And I mean big. This is probably bigger even the Scottie McClue was on national radio. So there you have it. Incredible. But we need everybody following as soon as possible. So the first thing you should do is pop up to the top left and follow Scottie McClue. And also subscribe on the YouTube channel. And let's get it building up. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. There's Desro has followed. What a lovely thing to do. And BB Mook. Have I said that right? Has just followed as well. Thank you, BB. And thank you so much to Desro for following us tonight. Just incredible. Thank you, I say to you, because let's face it, there's a lot of media out there. So you have to have something pretty good to get everyone's attention. And we're doing pretty well. I thank you for that. Beautiful people. Follow us as soon as you can. That's what it's about. But tell us where you're watching from. Guys, I've got 395 likes. Is everybody going tap, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? In fact, 440. It's just gone up by 45 in a second or two. So if everybody goes tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, and stay with us as long as possible, we have a bit of a mantra on here. You never scroll and you never troll. Morning, Lord Duke of Dundee. There's Scott in Brighton. Up the Royal Artillery, says WGG. You're obviously a British Army man. WGG and dinky-doo. Hi, mate. Can you shout out Tom, please? Yes, Josh. I can indeed. I'll not do the second names, you know what I mean? Gee's a rendition of Flower of Scotland. Well, Dylan, I would do that in a heartbeat. But of course, we'd get hit with a copyright strike. So they are very nice wee tune. Trolls doing the Swanee. Oh, Ian Mac doing the Swanee with them right away because, Ian, this is big. And I'm talking big, I say to you. Fantastic. Now, what have we got here? Can kestrels fly at night? I wouldn't be surprised because you've got the night hawk, haven't you? So there you are. Some wolf tones won't copyright you. Everybody copyrights. Obviously, all kestrels maneuver in the dark, says JD. Excellent. It's really big, says Desro. Desro, this is big. And I am talking big. You know what I mean? Scottie McClue is very big. It's Michael. Dinky-doo, Michael. Lovely to have you with us. Dinky-doo, Scottie. Long time no see. Mr. Sketchy. How lovely to hear from you. The wonderful Thomas has just come on to the YouTube channel. Good evening, Scottie and Dinky-doo. Welcome, Thomas. Can everybody on YouTube go down to the bottom left and give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe? Hi, Scottie from Downings in County Donegal in Ireland. Jimmy, how lovely to have you with us. Absolutely, from Donegal. So there you go. Mickey, yes, indeed. Lots of thoughts on Bobby, of course. So there you go, poor young man. So there we have it, I say to you. Now then, Karen's joining us. Lovely to have you with us. Thoughts on the Premier League being corrupt? Well, Andy, we don't go into all that sort of stuff on here because most people don't know enough about it, I say to you. So there you go. So these are all sort of definitions, people's opinions, and what have you on there. McClue tends to deal in fact all the time. Rangers or Celtic, Scottie? Well, Lee, my advice to you is to go and see them both play and then just make a decision. Now, it's not cast in stone. Lots of people like Celtic one week, Rangers the next week, Celtic the next week, just depending. I would back the winning team, but they're both very good. So there you have it. Celtic's the only decision, says Dylan. No, Dylan. If it's Celtic or Rangers, then Rangers might be the decision. Do you see what I mean? So there you go. Do you play COD? What's that? Cash on demand? Say to you. Now, depends if you have morals, says Jamie. What morals are we talking about, Jamie? Elgin City over Celtic and Rangers, says Stephen. Stephen, Elgin, I think's good. I say to you, absolutely. Jimmy, how's it going? I'm from Dunglow. Well, Shay, we love Dunglow and DINKY-DOO. Lot of Irish people on with McClue. Albion Rovers are second to Celtic. Are they not first, Dylan? Would you not have Albion Rovers first and then the Celtic? Hail, hail. I'm from the Lakes, Desro. I love the Lakes. I used to work for Border Television. I'm from Merseyside, says Andy. Do you love Coatbridge or DINKY-DOO, Dylan? Merseyside, we love the bones of you. Thank you for coming on. DINKY-DOO, Niebuhr. DINKY-DOO to you, Niebuhr, Mark. So there you are. So where's Mark? Are you in Dundee, Mark? That's usually where we have Niebuhr. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please get down and give me a thumbs up as soon as you can. Here's somebody on the phone. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scottish. Martin.
Martin, how are you, Lala? Are you fabulous? Hello? Can you hear us, Martin?
Hello, Scotty.
Yes.
How are you, Scotty?
That's better. We can hear you now. We couldn't hear you before.
Merry Christmas, Scotty.
Merry Christmas. Yes, you're early, but apparently lots of people are putting their Christmas tree up. Apparently Downing Street has started putting their tree up, Martin.
Oh, that's shocking behaviour.
What on earth's going on? I say to you. But do you not like your tree up early? Have you got yours up yet?
We are waiting on carpets in the house.
Oh, of course. Yes, you're saying because you've only been a week in your new house.
The new house.
The new house. Wonderful. And you've just been in a week. How's it going? How's the move going?
The move's done really, really well. The house is upside down still.
Of course.
It should be returning back to in the next month or so.
Right.
Once anything's set up. Is anything fresh for you?
Yes, everything's fresh. I was thinking about you tonight when I put on my Glengarry, and here's Roger. You're needing to sort that Glengarry out, or it will be restrictions of privilege for you, my man. Roger, you could not be 100% more wrong. The Glengarry is perfect. That's the way we wear it.
Scotty, what's your favourite Irish song?
My favourite Irish song, Believe Me If All Those Endearing Young Charms. Yes, Galway Bay. We love Galway Bay. I love all that.
What about
Trotting to the Fair? Which one?
Drunken Sailor.
I don't think that's Irish.
What will you do with Drunken Sailor? What will you do that one?
That one, yes, I don't think that's Irish. Molly Malone, of course.
Yes.
Molly Malone, we love that. She Moved Through the Fair. Yes. That's Irish, I think.
Yes.
Yes, these are all beautiful Irish songs. We love them. Lots and lots of them. Count John McCormick was your big man there, Martin. Now, when you get your radio station up and running, you could look at playing him. And Kenneth McKellar used to sing a lot of his hymns quite beautifully.
And I love the Corries as well. The
Corries, oh, wow, now you're talking beautiful. Loch Lomond with the Corries. The Road to Dundee. Yes.
Welcome to Tire.
Yes. Well, what was Mull of Good Tire was Paul McCartney and Wings.
The Skyboat song.
Skyboat song, yes, I think they did that. And I found that the Road to the Isles, you know, the da-da-dee-diddle, is actually a Pipe Major John McClellan pipe tune.
Yeah.
And it got pictured. Pipe Major John McClellan was with the Eights Argyles. My grandfather knew him. He was in the Argyles with her. And he brought us a lot of our beautiful pipe tunes. There you are, you see.
Yes, Scotty.
So what about that?
And can you believe, Scotty, can you believe it's 4 weeks today?
4 weeks.
Christmas Eve. Can you believe that?
Martin, don't. I've so much to do. But I still want to pop up and speak to the world.
Scotty, have you got your tree up yet in Faulty Towers?
No, the tree's not up at McClue Towers yet. we usually put up maybe a 20-footer.
Do you usually put an angel or a king or a star?
A star at the top.
How many baubles have you got for your tree? A lot.
Baubles. Oh yes, a few boxes of baubles. I think it's 4 boxes.
Wow. Oh, and when are you going to release your badges? Once you get to 1 million viewers?
Once we get to 1 million viewers on TikTok. No, we've had 1 million viewers. We need 1 million followers and 1 million subscribers on the YouTube. And then it's merch time.
Do you ever use Twitch?
Yes, I have used Twitch when we were multi-streaming, but I haven't been on it for a while, but it's there. Scottie_McClue.
Yeah.
But I've narrowed it down to TikTok and YouTube at the moment.
How's Susan and Kareem?
I think they're wonderful. I haven't seen them comment to let me check, Martin. Hold on, sir. So there we go. See what's happening here. Yes, DINKY-DOO from Blantyre from Crash. Tad the Lad says good evening. George Harrison was one of the best songwriters ever, says Tad the Lad. So there you are, Martin. What about that then? Eh?
What about do you like Queen of Asia?
Yes.
All those bands, Dire Straits.
Yes, Dire Straits.
ABBA.
Yes. What about Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yes, we love all that. You get into all that, Martin. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to have to dash. Go on. No, go on. What were you going to say?
And I've got I've got over 1,000 vinyls now. Wow.
You're some man. And do you know all the tricks with getting them queued up on the deck and all that?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yes. It'll sound amazing.
Yes, it will, my friends. It will.
We love you lots. And DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO. Love you lots.
Love you lots. See you, Lala. Well, that's our Martin. What a great character. Always a good call, Martin. And good to hear him, I say to you. Now, gave you 1,000 likes, says Mr. Sketchy. Thank you. We've got 2,200. Were you in Still Game? No, but I was the original inspiration for it. And so there we are. This man doesn't work with how well spoken he is. I reckon he owns a business. No, Dylan, not at all. So there you are. I say to you. Now, what have we got here? Hello, Scotty. I'd like to know your opinions on the RAF. Well, I think the RAF's incredibly, of course, grew out of the RFC, which was an army unit, the Royal Flying Corps. And I knew somebody who was a major in the RFC. So there you are. And then he ended up as an Air Commodore. Fantastic. Guys, if you're on the YouTube, please get subscribed and give me a thumbs up down the bottom left. I say to you. So there we are, the RAF. And then it was Lord Trenchard, who wasn't actually the brightest boy at school. Yes, Lord Trenchard. But marvellous man. And he set up the Royal Air Force in, I think it was 1918. And the motto, of course, is Per Ardua ad Astra. There we are, reach for the stars. So there we are. Thank you so much, and DINKY-DOO for contributing to our goal here tonight. So very, very kind of you. 20 red roses. I love it, DINKY-DOO. Are you a free Mason? No, no Mason is free. My friend wanted pointing done in his country house, and he had to get the operative Masons in, and it was £50,000. So that doesn't sound free to me. So there you go. Scottie, how are you doing? Toodle-doo McClue. You need a new big lovable lass. I know, Lee. We're so busy. Scottie, my parents love you, says Katie. Thank you, Katie. Do you have a football team, Scottie? I don't financially own one. Suella isn't letting this migrant crisis pass, is she? Well, no, I mean, I don't think we can let any crisis pass. I think we need to see our politicians. We need some value for money out of our politicians. Where are you from originally? Well, originally, Mr. Biscuit, we're all from the African Rift Valley via Ireland. So there you go. But I grew up in a place called Greenock, and then I moved to Maryhill in Glasgow. Wonderful, I say to you. Thank you so much. You sound like the Sunday Post. Do you remember the on man at the Sunday Post? I'd have liked to have been the on man. And the doc replies, do we still have all that? I say to you, I love DC Thompson's. Excellent. I'd quite like to work for them. They have radio stations. So there you are. So maybe we'll get a wee turn there, I say. My name is Archie from Scotland, Chelsea. Thank you. Rory says Celtic or Ranger. I think it's plural, Rory. I think it's Rangers. So they are terrible incident in Dublin. Awful, Tad the lad. Poor Dublin. Yes, these things should never happen. You should start a podcast now, Mr. Biscuit. What's the difference between, what I do here and a podcast? Ah, right, Jacob. Thank you for that. I could listen to your stories for hours, says Mr. Biscuit. Mr. Biscuit, you're very, very kind. That's the thing I say to you. So what's the difference between a podcast and what I'm doing on the YouTube channel? Has everybody been onto the YouTube channel and subscribed? I'll bet you have not. And if you get on there, you'll see it right now. Guys, if you're on YouTube right now, bottom left, little thumbs up logo. Click it so I know you're actually here. Scottie, I heard a rumor you used to be in Grampian TV. Surely it's not true. Jacob, I was Mr. Grampian. And it was interesting. 10 years later, I went back to work for Grampian Television, who owned Scott FM Radio. Lovely company, superb company. I loved them. Great, great people. And I loved all the top people up there as well. More followers, please, on the TikTok. And let's get everybody subscribing on the YouTube. A podcast usually has other people asking you questions. Well, you can ask me questions on here. God bless Kennedy Thompson of Grampian, a lovely, lovely guy. I worked with Kennedy, and what a top man. Taken from us far too young. And Kennedy had been an actor. He'd been a teacher of speech and drama. He was a wonderful broadcaster and announcer. So there you are. And a very, very nice man. And that's really, you can't say fairer than that, can you? Who's the most famous person you've met? Probably the King, Mr. Biscuit, when he was Prince of Wales. But that's a long time ago. But I met so many famous people, you know. I met Spider-Man on the web. See what I just did there? What years were you on Scott FM? Scott FM was 94 to 97. And that was the finest piece of radio Scotland had ever had, Scott FM. You've met the King. Tell us the story. Well, Mr. Biscuit, if you pop down to the TikTok videos, you'll see him there with me. Have you ever sailed the Atlantic, Scottie? No, Jacob. I've sailed in the Atlantic, but I haven't actually crossed to America. And I think I was born a little bit too late for the Queen Elizabeth and the Queen Mary. I think I would have enjoyed a trip to America on the Cunardas. The two big sisters, one built in 1934, yard number was at 537. 534 was the Queen Mary. She had the 3 funnels. and her sister was the Queen Elizabeth, who came out just at the start of the war, actually, built in 1938, which was finished. Stephen says, remember RAF John that used to phone in? Also, Mad John, RAF John, you'll get him, Stephen, on the YouTube. Lovely, lovely guy. Yes, RAF John, straight in. I can remember a night we had RAF John on the radio, and he was so polite, such a gent, top man. And he's on, and he goes, Scotty, yes. And then we finished him up and never said, RAF John's brilliant. And then the next phone call goes, Scotty, you'll need to get rid of that bomber, Jim. Have you met any prime ministers? You ever met prime minister? I've been at a dinner with John Major. I got away from Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, Scotty. Who else? Prime Minister wise? No. Oh, yes, I have. I met Edward Heath. He brought out a book on music, and there was a book signing, and I went to the book signing, and he signed my book, and we had a wee chat. Edward Heath. So I've met him, yes. I'm trying to think who else. Probably a few more. How was John Major in person? An absolute gent. An absolute top man and an outstanding speaker. Incredibly honest. John Major, in my opinion, was actually one of the finest prime ministers we've ever had. You know, and there have been some pretty good ones. You know, others less so, shall we say, who shall be nameless. But no, I'm a huge fan of John Major. Nothing to do with the politics, just the man himself. When you have McClue, you have the market. Jacob, you do. Any television or radio station that hires McClue has the market, you know, and it's true to this day. Have you been to any of the historic ships, Britannia, Titanic, and Lusitania? No, but I can tell you I haven't been to Titanic and I haven't been to Lusitania. They're sunk. Lusitania was sunk in 1915, and that brought America into the First World War. I say to you, Britannia, I've stood beside a lovely moment. The tall ships came into Leith, and Scott FM was at Leith. And there was a lovely moment. The Royal Marines Band struck up the national anthem. And my lovely, lovely father, a soldier, a sailor, an airman, a paratrooper, stood to attention right beside the Royal Yacht Britannia, and we saluted each other. Isn't that beautiful? Well, we saluted the Queen, but we saluted each other. Scotty, is there anywhere you're not yet known? Oh, yes, Jacob. I'm known to 2 billion people only. Now, that means there's 6 billion people in the world don't know Scottie McClue. Well, we think they don't know Scottie McClue. We don't know. But we've only measured 2 billion so far. Guys, every single one of you, thumbs up, please. Nice man, thanks. Absolutely. Hey, man. I used to listen to your show on the radio as a young boy. Loved it, man. What a laugh. Clyde. Yes, indeed. Clyde the Kunso Husky. My dog was called Clyde. Wee Clyde. You'll see him doing an outrun on the TikTok videos. I heard you have a fan club in Antarctica. Oh, yes, Jacob. Yes. Yes. All the crowd that go to the South Pole. Least said, easy as mended. They sunk that ship themselves. Which one, the Lusitania or the Titanic? I said, what's your favorite animal? Every animal. Every animal is my favorite animal. I love them. I'd love to chat to elephants. They're so clever. Crows, the birds. Dogs, Labradors, Terriers, Border Terriers, West Highlands. What was the Edinburgh radio station we were on about 10 years ago? Well, there was Talk 107. There was Forth. I was on Radio Forth. That's the big one in Edinburgh. Scott FM was in Edinburgh, as well as Central Scotland. What else have we been on in Edinburgh? Oh, stacks of them, stacks. And apparently, you could even get Red Rose Radio on 9:99 a.m. on the AM, the medium wave. You could hear it in America. Sorry, you could hear it in Edinburgh. Scottie, I'd like to see you tour Britain. You'd be welcomed by the various town mayors. Do you know, Jacob, it's incredible, but it's true. I got invited to a do in Sheffield, and I arrived and I thought, they'll not know me. And I went in, and it was a soldier that met me, a young officer. And he said, "Can I help you, sir?" And I said, "Yes, sir, you can. I'm here for the reception." And he said, "May I have your name?" And I said, "Scottie McClue." And he said, "Oh, I can't believe it's you. I'm going to phone my father in Scotland. Would you speak to him?" I said, "Of course." And then I met the mayor, and he came up and we had a lovely chat. And also the Lord Provost in Glasgow at the time said to me, "Scottie, pop into the city chambers and have a cup of tea with me." Isn't that lovely? Oh, that's it. Talk 107. We used to listen all the time. Relationship, my girlfriend and I at the time. There you are, Joe, I say to you. Now, a warm happy birthday to my dad, Tony, who's 80 today, says S. So there you are. Yes, S, no problem at all. Lola says, "I'm really worried about the government's recent proposal regarding disability benefits. I have a disabled son with autism. This will be a huge strain on the job centre, and won't the facilities in time be able to cope?" I think you mean there, yes. Tad the lad says, "Scottie, Jeremy Hunt has targeted the disabled. They never mentioned anything about cutting back on illegal immigration in hotels." Yes, well, I think they're wanting to encourage these so-called illegal immigrants into the hotels. They've got something up their sleeve for them. Dogs are life, never a truer saying than man's best friend, Scottie boy. Absolutely. Somebody was saying, do you think the Isle of Dogs is the Isle of Man's best friend? See what I just did there? I tell you. So there, yes, I'm unimpressed with Jeremy Hunt targeting disabled people after the billions and billions of pounds that mob have frittered. So you're looking at 250 billion for Brexit. We didn't need to spend. You're looking at 150 billion for the pandemic, most of which we didn't need to spend. You're looking at what else have we got? All that PPL. You're looking at a company associated friends with all the politicians. All that. Oh, don't start me. And they're having a go at some poor soul who's got a herpel or is in a wheelchair or something. So no, I'm afraid I don't hold with that one bit. That's the kind of thing that would send me into politics. I've managed to avoid being a politician because I think probably in my heart I'm just simply a people person. But that would actually get me into politics to put a stop to all that nonsense. Stand up and just wipe the floor with that mob, I tell you. And so there we have it. Sheffield is McClue country. Yes, McClue. Do you know I'm probably the only honorary, true honorary Yorkshireman. They used to say, yeah, by God, you fit in here, Scottie lad. You know, you'll never leave Yorkshire. And I said, well, I am a Scotsman, of course. And I no. That's Yorkshire, Scottie. That's Yorkshire. Now, to be invited by the people of Yorkshire to be one of them, that is, wow, that's a real big one. That's a big one, guys. Come on. This is big. I tell you. Good day, you stunning man. How are you? Thank you, KD. Favorite place in Lancashire? It's very difficult because Lancashire is so beautiful. And I love Blackpool. And I love Preston. And I love Southport. And I love Ormskirk. I love Birkdale. I love Liverpool is Lancashire. It's Merseyside now, but that's Lancashire. We love Liverpool. The Wirral. We love the Wirral. I think probably my favourite place, there's a little village up in the hills. up past Longridge. And the Romans were there. And it's very, very beautiful. And it's got some very beautiful people in it. And, you know, that's one, I think, I love it very much. And the rivers up the top, is it the Ribble? The Ribble at the River Valley up there. And it's called Ribchester. And that's a beautiful town, beautiful village. The parking in the centre of the village is a bit restricted, but it's a beautiful old place. And as I say, there's some lovely, lovely people there. Ribchester. Have we all heard of Ribchester? So there you are. So Jeremy Hunt targeting the disabled. That's what I think, guys. I don't know what you think. There we go. Now, it's a backward step. It takes us away back to the sort of 1700s. Richard Tanner, thank you so much for your kindness. Guys, Richard, you're a top DJ, aren't you? And Richard is very, very kind on TikTok with the red roses for Scottie McClue up to the goal. Yes, I say to you, I need another 80 followers. 80 followers. I say to you, if you're on the YouTube channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, bottom left. Guys, why don't I drink some water while everybody gives me a thumbs up on YouTube? And TikTokers, you should pay a visit to the YouTube channel for subscribing. 2,500 likes, guys. I say to you, DINKY-DOO from Rome. Scottie, when will you be putting your album out again? We need to hear it again. I know, KD, we should maybe remaster that. An Evening with Scottie McClue. That's minted. Whoa! Phone! You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, Scottie, the Friday night phone in.
Tom, how are you, lad? Tom from Belfast.
Good,
yes, how lovely to hear you.
It was only, I think, yesterday I was on, wasn't it?
You were on yesterday. It's as close as that, Tom. But I thought I'll pop up tonight and just do a quick chit chat with the CH.
Oh, you can't beat the old Friday night, Scottie.
Oh, you can't beat it. You know, people like the live chat, don't they? There's Darren giving me red roses and he's going bananas. He's given me about 40 so far.
Well, Scottie, what do you make about these? Did you hear about these rats in Dublin?
Yes, that was shocking, actually. That poor young man. What is Dublin thinking? Dublin, to me, when I went there, I adore Dublin. Lovely city.
Dublin, Scottie, is changed big time. I was in it last time I was in it was about 3 or 4 months ago now. And I'll tell you, you'll have to keep a good hand on your wallet.
What a shame. Is it as bad as that? We've got Darren's gone bananas. He's given me over 100 red roses.
Now, Scottie, I don't have anything against foreigners or anything, you know, but you wouldn't believe the amount of them in Dublin.
So what we're saying is Dublin's no longer what you'd call an Irish city.
It's not. No, it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't really know too much about the statistics or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was less Irish than there was other ethnicities in Dublin.
So, sorry, say again, Tom. I just didn't hear that. But Darren's going, but he's heading for 200 red roses. Darren, thank you, and Caleb, thank you. Sorry, Tom. Sorry,
No, you're all right, Scottie. Scottie, I wouldn't be surprised if there was less Irish in Dublin than there wasn't.
Really? So it's not what we'd call an Irish city. What about Belfast then, Tom? Are there plenty of good Irish people in Belfast?
Belfast, there would be a good few sort of people from different countries, you know.
Yes.
But then again, I still think that wouldn't outweigh the population of Irish people in Belfast, you know.
I don't mind people coming in from other countries because immigration is actually healthy, but I will put a caveat on that. I'm a great believer. Have you ever heard the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do?
I can't say I have.
Right, well, you have now. And what that means,
Have
of
now.
course, as you'll be ahead of me here, Thomas, what that actually means is if you're going somewhere else, fit in with the local people, adopt the traditions. So if I went to Italy, I wouldn't be saying, let's turn this into a British play now. You see,
Yep.
I would be saying, no, absolutely. I acknowledge the local religion. Yes, and I love the Basilica, and I want to learn to speak Italian, and I want to learn all the Italian habits. You see?
Yeah.
See, when I went to Yorkshire, I didn't say, I'll just be Scottish now. Thought, right, we've got to start listening and speaking the language.
Well, I'll say this, Scotty. The foreigners that we have over in Belfast, right? They're taking after a good majority of all the other Belfast people. You wouldn't believe the amount of people around here who are on benefits when clearly they shouldn't be. You know?
Right.
And they're getting
trying it on a bit.
Yeah, we call it DLA, Disabled Living Allowance.
Right, Disability Living Allowance, DLA, yes, indeed.
I'm sure you have some sort of Scottish equivalent of
well,
that.
no, I think I'm not sure if we've still got the DLA. We've got PIP here, and I'm not sure if PIP and DLA are one and the same.
Well, I'll tell you what's happened now, Scotty. There's a big thing. Nobody really speaks about it much, but people have parents who say are getting DLA.
Yeah.
And they're in their late teens, early 20s.
Yes.
And they're getting a brand new car. And the car is paid for by the DLA.
Now, is that called Motability? Is that called Motability?
Motability, yeah. Obviously, Motability, most places have it.
Yeah.
But people are getting these cars nowadays, and they're just raking them, and they're just treating them with abuse because they know it's not their car, and they know that it will not have any effect on their account.
You see, I've never understood this, Tom, right? If I say I go somewhere, as I've done many times, and I rent a house, I look after that house probably better than if it was my own, and I hand it back in better condition than I got it. Right?
Yep.
Now, if I borrowed somebody's car, I would, and I have done this on a number of occasions, I would send it back completely valeted and full to the brim with fuel and say, thank you so much. And they would say, Scotty, did you fill up the tank? I say, I did indeed. Oh, you didn't need to do that. Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, well, it's pretty there wasn't more people like that, Scotty.
But that's the way I think it should be. And if you're renting a house or you're borrowing a car, deliver it back in better condition than when you got it.
Exactly. And then what ends up happening to these cars is they get auctioned off and people buy them, members of the public.
Yes.
I know a guy who has one, but he was lucky enough. Whoever had it had taken care of it. There was low miles on it. There was not any damage on it. They looked after the vehicle, fortunately.
Right. Got you.
But yeah, the amount of people, I see videos online and, I've got a bad back and all this, You see them all the time. And actually, going back to your topic about renting houses, I saw a video online where somebody was like, they were getting evicted from their premises.
Uh-huh.
And when the landlord came in, he kicked the door straight off its hinges.
Good Lord.
And he was such a violent man. And he says, and the woman, her lease didn't end until a week or two after. And he says, what are you doing kicking my door down? What are you kicking my door down? Oh, no, but it's my house. It doesn't matter. That house was being let out to somebody. That doesn't give the landlord the right to come and start wrecking the place.
Oh, no, absolutely not. It's, there's protocols. There is a disgrace, Tom, yes. There's protocols. My dear fella, I'm going to have to dash because we're absolutely mobbed here.
No, you're all right, Scotty. I understand. Yeah, I'll speak to you in the next one.
And I love you lots and DINKY-DOO. Oh, and love to grandma, please.
Oh, yeah. I was around sooner tonight.
Good. Is she all right?
Oh, yes, she's all good. Yeah, I might give a wee phone call tomorrow on the Saturday night.
A wee chat. That would be lovely. And DINKY-DOO, la.
Right, Scotty, God bless you.
God bless you, Tom. What a fine man. There are Tom from Belfast. There we are in Northern Ireland. And what a great guy, I say to you. Now then, what have we got here? Hang on a minute. Where are you all? Oh, there we are. Yes, I have to get all this equipment's being worked. Crazy stuff at the time, guys. So there you are. Good evening, Scotty. It says Monkey House. Monkey House, lovely to have you with us. I shall type in a good evening to everyone. Good evening. Mahates. Yes, indeed, Mahates. And there we are. Good evening, Mahates. That's it. Good evening, Mahates. If you've just joined us, folks, you're watching Scottie McClue, the one and only. Do you like a fritter, sir? Very tasty. I do. I like a banana fritter. I have family in Sheffield. It's a great place, says Clyde. Just visited Loch Lomond. OMG, love it up there. Very nice. Do you remember me? Says just Caleb. I do. Caleb, absolutely. DINKY-DOO. Scotty, fantastic. Iona, Scotty, what an island. We love Iona. It was a wonderful man called George MacLeod, Lord MacLeod of Funerary. We had no sight of Kenzie. You don't do that. That might upset somebody. There we are. But Iona is just so beautiful. Yes. And of course, the center of Christianity. Monkey says, named Monkey House after the classic book, Welcome to the Monkey House. It's a great read full of short stories. We have what's known as the Monkey House in Scotland. Yes, indeed. Your thoughts on Grangemouth Refinery shutting down? Bruni, I heard about it and I was heartbroken. And I've never understood why Grangemouth, the place, is not absolutely minted, because it has an oil refinery. And they're talking that they might be shutting it down. We need to get, this is where I'm not a Scottish nationalist per se, but I would like Scotland to keep its own income and say to Westminster, we're going to rebuild the Scottish economy. That's what I say. Rebuild the Scottish economy. The people did not represent the true Irish people. Mr. Pink, I think you'll be 100% correct. I know that you'll be 100% correct. We have great renewable resources in Scotland. Welly song. This is incredible. You and I must be septic. I was thinking it last night. I haven't seen Welly song for a while. I hope she's okay. And here you are. We must be septic. That's fantastic. Mr. Pink, amazing on the old TikTok. Guys, if you're on the YouTube, please subscribe. We need 1 million subscribers. Now, you'll be all giggling in a hint you're on. Do you know what I mean by that? Behind your hand. You'll be going, ha, ha, ha. He thinks he's going to get 1 million subscribers. Yes, we will get 1 million subscribers, but it means everybody needs to subscribe. So start actually effectively telling people, subscribe to Scottie McClue's YouTube, follow Scottie McClue on TikTok, all right? And let's get building. Haha, always here, Welly song. You're very kind. You're a lady of wisdom who is always there, always watching, always listening, but only commenting when she thinks she has something she particularly wants to say. That we have huge respect for. What do we got here? Big man. Hello, unit. So there we are. Thank you for all my red roses. Belfast the same, Scotty. Yes, indeed, I say to you. St. Columba. Yes, Caleb. St. Columba of Iona, the Centre for Christianity. Lord MacLeod of Funerary. Roaming the internet says, oh, DINKY-DOO roaming the internet. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Now, who have we got here? Guys, the goal's 50% complete. I've got 3,800 likes. Now, that's huge. Mon the Wraith, says Matt. Oh, Wraith. They'll be dancing in the streets of Wraith tonight. There we are. Scotty, love ya. DINKY-DOO roaming the internet. Top man. So there we are. Now, Kenzie, I think we'll need to dump you because what you're doing here is attempting a wee touch of the sectarian. That's totally unacceptable on here. This program is so much bigger than that. Do you see? I say to you. Thank you to Richard Tanner for contributing. Richard, thank you so much. It's not called, is it not called adult disability payment? Well, there's disability living allowance, DLA, but I'm not across the latest developments. And we've also got PIP in Scotland. So there we are. Now, what do you think of the spirit of Christmas is still alive? Do you think we're too far gone with commercialism, Xmas fads, presents, and have forgotten the true meaning? Monkey house. We will never, ever forget the true meaning. Because Christ will return very soon. The world has been stuffed full of sin by a tiny minority of evil people, and Christ sorted out the evil the last time. He'll sort it out again. The Messiah will return. Partly we might have 3.5 difficult years. And if Mr. Trump comes into America, drains the swamp, and absolutely goes for all the general filth and corruption and lowlife, that have managed to slide themselves into positions. Trump will sort these people out. Wonderful. And the Messiah will return. Prepare for the return of the Messiah. I tell you. What's happening, Scotty, my boy? It's your man, Jude. Ice J. Lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Yes, indeed. Evening, Scotty, from Tenerife. Nikki, we love you in Tenerife. How are things? How did you get on with these awful fires? Are things starting to return? Personal independence payment, I'm sure. PIP, that's it, Kenzie. How do I call? Says Caleb. Caleb, you just ring the number. 01416289795. Scotland has their own version now. Yes, Gillian. Is that not PIP? I'd say to you, I need to get across all that. That's the decent Scottishness in you, Scotty. Our parents bring us up to have manners and respect. Clyde the Council Husky, you're quite right. Manners and respect for all. DINKY-DOO. Now, who have we got here? Thank you, Caleb and Jude. Now, all right, DINKY-DOO. Yes, indeed. Say hi to Avery and Lily on Hallam, says Rusty. Yes. Good evening, Scotty. I lost my 2 weeks ago, and you remind me of him when we listened in Sheffield. Who's that you lost? You missed out, Rusty. You missed out who you lost there. Sorry for your loss. Scotty, my sister works for the gas board. Do you want to meet her? Do you want to meet her? I see what you just did there. Is she smart? See what I just did there. What's happening? DINKY-DOO, everybody. Guys, get subscribing on the YouTube channel. We've only got 10 minutes. Say hello to Lily and Avery. We said hello to Lily and Avery. The area that lost the mining industry. Yes, Bonnie Rig. You're talking about the Lady Victoria Colliery. Am I right? Dalkeith. What else did we have out there? I'm trying to think. Just a wee minute now. The big mine. Just like, and then you had Preston Ponds, you had the Ponds, and you had McMurray and Ternent. All pit villages out there, guys. Am I right? Or am I 100% correct? What else did we have out in Midlothian and East Lothian? Oh, Musselburgh. Did you not have mines round about Musselburgh? And what else did we have out there? There was the big one. I'm just racking my brains here to think. You had Paul Kemet out at Stirling. I remember that. I was setting up the radio station for Stirling when the old National Coal Board. Yes, we've lost so much with Thatcher, really decimated. Absolutely. And I think we should have reparation of damages. And I also think we should rebuild Linlithgow Palace. Maybe a wee flat for Scottie McClue for when I'm old. Scottie, how's it going, lad? DINKY-DOO Ice. Lovely to hear from you. What's your thoughts on the Clan MacLeod? We love it. I remember Dame Flora up at, now don't tell me, Dunvegan and Skye. If you're watching from Skye, Cabrahau Mahas, Falchi Ki, Damili Falchi done TikTok, I guess YouTube. I need to change my phone and get the dogs out for the last run. Good night, God bless Scottie. Clyde, the Kunsel Husky, we love you. Thank you. Good night and DINKY-DOO to the DINKY-DOO crew. You're well aware that Jesus is a work of fiction. Well, Bonnie Rigg, you're well aware that he's not. There was most definitely a man called Jesus Christ. There was most definitely a man called Pontius Pilate. So there you go. And Jesus was very much a preacher. And in fact, there is a whole religion called after Jesus, called Christianity. So if you're willing to go around every single Christian and explain to them, yes, and I'm including the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican, the whole lot, you go around and tell them they are a work of fiction and see how you go. Would you like to think that Rishi Sunak and Tony Blair and Boris Johnson and who else have we had? Liz Truss. Would you like to think that they are the most superior power in the world? Would you like to think that? And Mr. Trudeau in Canada and Australia and all that, would you like to think that? Or would you like to think there is a power superior to mankind? So there you are. See how you go. I tell you. There we are. So Jesus is not a work of fiction. For man was born in Palestine and lives today in bread and wine. His body and his blood are still consumed by, I would say, the largest religion in the whole world. There we are. The largest religion in the whole world. We are the people, says Holly. I'm on the hoops every day. Have you ever been east of Mombasa? I haven't personally, but I have a friend who's been east of Mombasa because you'd be in the ocean, you see. Say hello to Chelsea. We love you, Chelsea. DINKY-DOO. Are you in Chelsea? Hi from Cumbernauld. What's it called? Cumbernauld. We love it. Hi from America. Where are you, your fave person? Hi from the Ukraine, says Marco. Marco in Ukraine. Who are they think they are? Absolutely, Martin, I tell you. There we are. Percy boy, says Anthony. Anthony, I could buy him and sell him. Hi from the Barras. We love the Barras. Are you from the Barras or are you from Barra? There you are. I ask you, are you actually from Barra? Guys, has everybody subscribed to the YouTube channel? If you're on TikTok, you'll see the URL. See what I just did there? Up at the top on the bio. On the bio. The Carlton. We love you, Robser. Hi from Rome, says Greasy. Greasy. I say to you, buongiorno. Fantastic. Sorry, what do you think of Nigel Farage being in the jungle? Well, there we are. Well, I think he's probably been in a few jungles politically in his time. But wherever you think of Nigel politically, he's a remarkable man and an incredible communicator. I say to you, there we are. Although I don't think his politics go down too well in Scotland. But that might have changed. Last time he was up in Edinburgh, did he not hide out in a pub? What a smart move that was. Scotty for the jungle. You wonder if people were really chasing him, or if somebody said, Nigel, do you fancy a swift half? You know what I mean? I'm not sure there's enough women in the Bible for me to follow it. Oh, Welly's song. There's plenty of women in the Bible. What about the women of Samaria? What about Mary herself, who was Jesus Christ's mother, the mother of God? That's a pretty big shout, you know. What about Ruth? Yes, Esther. You know, what about all these books of the Bible? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Kings. What else? I would need to have another wee think. So that's just off the top of the head. A late night dinky-doo to you, sir, says Andrew, called after Saint Andrew, Scotland's top man. I dinky-doo, Andrew. Lovely to have you with us. Guys, I need another 25 followers. Some of your following is shocking. I've almost 200 million people have apparently seen the TikTok videos. And I've got barely 30,000 followers. Tut, tut, tutty, tut. Everybody, if you're on TikTok, should follow Scottie McClue. There's still time. You've got 3 minutes. Mary is the best one. You're right. There you are, Welly song. You can't get more powerful than that. So there you are. I think the women of the Bible are probably more powerful. In fact, there is a book, Women of the Bible. I shall look it up. I maybe even have a copy. Beam me up, Scotty, says Paco. Passo. There we are. Are you from Italy, Passo? There we go. Passo Paculio. Passo Paculio has sent me red roses. How beautiful. I've got 4,000 likes. You can't say better than that. So there you are. I thought you'd like that Willie song. Yes. Remember Scottie McClue's the father of feminism. Yes. Ha. There we are. But I don't think Scottie McClue is mentioned in the Bible, but I shall check. But the women of Samaria, you know, they're definitely there. You've got my vote, Scotty. Kev, thank you. Do you think I should go into politics just to sort them out? I am Mr. Sort them out. Mr. Sort them out. Fantastic. Well, I told you, the only time I thought about standing, one of the top journalists in the country said, could you be serious though, Scotty, if you are standing? I said, what do you mean by that? He said, well, I think there's a pretty high chance you'll get in. Ha! I am from Kilmarnock, Scotty, what about you? I'm from 35 miles from Kilmarnock. Can you say happy birthday to Debbie? She loved you on the radio, says Brandon. Babylon. Yes, the Hanging Gardens. And who else did we have? Amitis. So long as you don't use your iPad. No, we don't want to be racking up any charges on the iPad and then, asking other people to pay. We'll see what's what. I think that's all sorted now, though, I say to you. Now, who else have we got? Silver Fox, DINKY-DOO. Guys, I'm going to have to go. We're right out of time. But don't think I do not love you, because I do. Scottie McClue saying DINKY-DOO to every single one of you. Scotty, how are we this evening? We're brilliant, same old. Stick out your tongues and say ta-ta. Are we ready? Ba-ba. Keep following as soon as we go, right? And everybody should be following on TikTok. Get your friends in 4,100 likes. DINKY-DOO. Oh. Papa. There's our beautiful, beautiful people on the TikTok. We're going to have to go bye-bye, says Welly Song. Bye-bye, my dear. And Tom says, DINKY-DOO. I've got lots of reading to do. You have Welly Song. And then you must come on and tell us. There we are. So a lady is the mother of God, Mary. Our Mary, I say to you, there you have it. What about that? Oh my goodness. Ave Maria. Dinky-Doo, night-night. Love you all. Ta-ta. Tongue out. Ta-ta.